What is up, everybody? What is up? It is me, the bald, the beard, the beautiful Piers Austin, and I am joined by the big, sexy man himself, Sexton. What is up, big man?
Not much. What's going on, Piers?
Well, brother, we are here. We're getting started on a new show here on the MWA Podcast Network, which is going to be coming to everybody live every Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. Australian time, which is 8:30 a.m. USA Eastern. So make sure you tune in for that. And our show is the NXT Roundup Review, baby. And we're going to be going over everything that happened in NXT, everything that's going on in NXT. We're going to be covering. But Glenn, before we get into all of that good shit, let's take a quick pause for the cause to, number one, get your sound right, but to thank some sponsors up in this bitch. The first up is thewrestlinguniverse.com. The Wrestling Universe is your one-stop shop for all your pro wrestling merchandise, guys. You can get anything that you are desiring, guys. They have, all custom. They've got all custom. Listen to me. They have all kinds of wrestling action figures and merchandise. They have all kinds of WWE, TNA, UFC, WCW, ECW action figures, past, present. They carry T-shirts, wrestling cards, autographed 8x10s, masks, belts, and much, much, much more. They also have in-store signings with some of the biggest names from the wrestling world. So if you're in Queens, New York, go and check it out. All of their autographed items come with a certificate of authenticity. And also, if you're like me, you live on the other side of the world, the other side of the planet, so to speak. They ship internationally, so the Wrestling Universe has got you covered. So go to thewrestlinguniverse.com and check out all their amazing stuff. Glenn, tell us about Sleeves.
Sleeves. Well, they are basically for your athletic people in your life, sons, daughters, anything. They also have dirty boxers. They have headbands. They have arm sleeves, armbands. They have customizable gear for your needs. So check out sleeves.com. We also have a code MWA Pod to get a discount.
And guys, once you're done there, head over to healthvape.com and check out HealthVape and check out their healthy vaping alternative. All of their products are no nicotine, no addictive or harmful chemicals, and they're vitamin infused. Glenn, my wife has been at me to give up the vape, to give up the fucking vape that I'm using and get on HealthVape to transition off it altogether. I've got it on the way. I'm waiting. Guys, use promo code MWA Pod. Check out all of their vape and pod products. Use our promo code MWA Pod to get a 10% discount on checkout. Glenn.
Piers.
NXT this week, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean,
okay. Let's start with the releases first, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, this broke right after Killing the Business. 13 got released, and two of the major ones was Bobby Fish and Bronson Reed.
Okay, so let's look at Bobby Fish, right? So Bobby Fish is, I think, in his 40s. He's had a couple of back-to-back injuries that have sidelined him, hasn't he? Like he's been on the sideline for injury. Yeah. Do you think that release would have come because they think that he is injury prone? Do you think that that's part of the reason that they looked at his age and his injury and gone, okay, how much longer can this guy be an asset to us here?
Oh yeah, definitely. It sucks that he had back-to-back injuries. I think Bobby Fish is a great wrestler. He really is. The age, he's getting up there too, but it just sucks because I didn't really see him leaving anytime soon, to be honest.
Dude, like Bronson Reed was a huge surprise because I thought I think Bronson is one guy who really does work well. Like he's an amazing big guy, amazing promo. And the stuff that he did in Australia before he went over there is like next level, mate. You know what I mean? Like, so he's a great talent.
Yeah.
I think for him, if he had the opportunity to go to like New Japan, that is where he's going to really excel. I think if he went to somewhere like a Ring of Honor or a New Japan, I think he'd go really well there. But to be honest, I think he's a great talent. I think he'd go really well no matter where he ends up.
Oh yeah, I said it last Friday. If he went to New Japan Pro, I hope they would like book him like old school, like foreign monster heel, like put him in a situation like Van Vader or Stan Henson, and just let him fucking terrorize people. I think he's an amazing talent. I think wherever he goes, he's just gonna kill it no matter what.
But that's the thing. Like he wasn't floundering in that spot, right? Like he wasn't floundering in that area. So I always come back to, and you know, we're not privy to know what goes on behind the scenes, right?
Right.
But when someone gets released, and like let's take it if it wasn't COVID times, right? That's been going on in the last year. So take out COVID. People that get released, would you go, oh, that person's got heat?
I don't
You know what I mean?
know.
Like for example, right? That when Enzo got released,
Oh, he had heat. Oh, he had heat.
When Big Cass got released, heat. So you kind of go there with thinking, okay, this guy was in a prominent spot. He was looking like an absolute destroyer and eater of worlds, and then he's just gone. And it's like, it's almost like the same as Braun Strowman, like seeing someone like him just get automatically released, who is like, you know, a big money player.
Right.
You know, you look at what they're doing and going like, okay, is there reasons behind the release? Like, did your mind go there at that point?
I don't think so. I don't think Bronson had heat on him at all, to be honest.
Look, I'm not saying that he did, but I'm curious to think like if that is a possibility of why there was a release. I mean, yeah, it could be the case. Like we heard with the Samoa Joe release that Triple H didn't even know what had happened. He was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
yeah, I heard
I mean?
that too.
Because apparently, like the new vice president that they've brought in is just like he's been told to cut costs. So that's what he's doing. He's going through. He's just slashing costs. He's not consulting with people, which ideally you wonder like how long he's going to be around if he's doing stuff like that. Because you saw Samoa Joe make his return pretty quickly, and be put in a pretty good spot, which we will get into. I think that their release of Bronson Reed is going to be a big regret. Another guy that I was surprised to see him getting released because he's only just really starting to come up on 205 Live, and I really enjoyed his work, was Ari Sterling.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, look, man, 13 there. Look, to me, honestly, like it looks to be, you know, in the corporate world, there's a thing called corporate downsizing, and I think it's you want to see your assets, profitable, whereas like as profitable as possible. I think the live event side of things of NXT leaving was probably you know what I mean, like not the NXT leaving, sorry, but like getting rid of some of the talents to make their profit margins look better. It could be long term looking at like, is this going to be a sale of WWE, which has been rumor for how long?
For a long time, it has been.
But yeah, look, I think that the guys that were released, even Leon Ruff, you know, he had like his run was kind of like a James Ellsworth run, I found. Like,
yeah, it felt like it.
Where he got a title. But I thought, you know, as far as a little guy, yeah, great. He's good. Like if you're going to have him there in that sort of Spike Dudley or that cheeseburger role or, you know, or something along those lines, yeah, absolutely. But like, you know, I think he's amazing talent.
Oh yeah,
but you know, like I said, them releasing some of these guys, like some of the guys are released, like hadn't even been on television yet, which you know that sort of is like, really, like you haven't really given them an opportunity to succeed or fail.
Right. I mean, this kind of, you know, when we talked about Vince going to the Performance Center, I wonder if those releases had something to do with it. Kind of just like seeing what they had and being like, huh, okay, so this is going on. Do we really need these people? Which is weird to say, because I mean, if you see Bronson, I mean that's some guy that Vince would want.
100%.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, okay, if it wasn't just Vince on this field trip to the performance center.
100%.
Like who else was on it? Like it must have been some of the heads of the company, probably the new vice. Then probably saw them like, oh man, I don't see these people doing that well or doing anything at all. We might as well just get rid of them, which is bullshit. I mean, especially if the guy hasn't really come from a background of wrestling and the dude is just there from a corporate standpoint.
Yeah,
like
I agree. I completely agree. Like, and that's where it comes down to. It comes down to like the corporate booking side of things. We got Rowie 1961 in the house. Hey, Rowie, thanks for tuning in. It's Vince Vince had say so on Triple H's baby. The thing is, man, like you look at Vince as well, like it's his game that he's playing. Like no pun on Triple H there at all. But you look at it, and it's like Vince is still in charge, and I think that's the main, that's the main catalyst. Like he is still on charge and on top of it, and you saw that with like Karrion Kross going and jobbing to Jeff Hardy on his first night there.
Yeah, which I don't know. I mean, we talked about it last night. It could have been a humbling kind of thing. Maybe Vince saw some attitude in him backstage. And said, "Hey, maybe we need to tighten the reins on this boy and show him what's really happening in WWE." Which, I mean, was a weird way to do it because Hardy won in a heel way, but yeah. I mean,
like it wasn't a clean finish.
No, it wasn't clean by far. Like you got a baby face in Hardy, triple ultra freaking face, and he wins by a roll up with the help of ropes. It's like, what?
It's look, dude, like I think as well, like it's leading to some sort of storyline, but I'm going to be interested to see what obviously it entails. But let's get into NXT this week. So first match, Dakota Kai versus Saray. So let's break down Dakota and Saray. What was your thought on this match?
It was okay. Like we talked about this last night. I can't get behind Dakota. Like I want to, but I just can't. Like I don't know. There's like something missing. I don't know what it is. But Saray, I mean, she's pretty good. I mean, I like the way she was wrestling. She definitely had some damn good submissions in the match, which, I mean, the way she bridged with the reverse STF was pretty good. And then she got a single Boston Crab on Dakota, which looked painful as hell. And she also had a beautiful fisherman suplex pin that was pretty good. I was like, damn, Kurt Hennig would be proud of that. I was like, holy hell. But, I mean, it was an okay match. Like, it was there just to kind of showcase Dakota because she's going up against Raquel Gonzalez at TakeOver.
Yeah.
But it kind of almost felt like Saray could have won a little bit.
I liked the match. Parts of it. Like, I think Dakota Kai as a heel, in my opinion, I'm not really that fond of.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like her heel turn is the same as the heel turn we saw before. It's almost like the same promo that we're seeing time and time again. And that's the same thing. The same thing when she turned on her partner, what was it, a year ago or 2 years ago at the TakeOver thing.
Yeah,
like it's just getting to the point of repetitiveness that we're seeing here. And it's like, okay, why not try something creative? It could have been like, I think Raquel should have turned heel and been that dominant heel champion and that sort of thing, saying, I didn't need you anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like almost like a Bobby Lashley or a Brock Lesnar type of female. And she has the skill and the look to pull that off. And I think that you could have really made her a monster heel in that process. But I think with Dakota Kai and the match with Saray, I did enjoy some parts of the match. Overall, I thought it was a little bit sloppy. And I also think that when you see the referee in wrong positions doing pinfalls, that I saw that like once or twice, and it was just like, okay, you know what I mean? And like I've said it before, like NXT is developmental. So this is where they're there to make mistakes. They're there to learn that sort of stuff and get that stuff taken out, right? Like, so they become more crisp. They know where to be, what spots to be in, etc. and rada. But when you look at it as certain people going and saying that NXT is on the same level as a Raw and a SmackDown, hell no, bro. Hell no. Like that's the reason why it's developmental. Yeah, developmental there. It's not the other way around. We got Eli tuning in saying Dakota turning on Knox at TakeOver War Games, and honestly don't see Dakota taking the belt off Big Mama Diesel at TakeOver 36. I don't see it either, man. Like I honestly I don't. Like I think that as far as the match went with her and Saray, I mean it did the job. It made her look like a strong contender for the title, which I think that they did. I don't think that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think Dakota needs probably a lot more work there. But I thought the match was sloppy, to be honest.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I knew what they were going for. Like, and I don't, I got to talk about this. I need to talk about this. So I don't know if it's different in Australia, but here in America, sure, why not? Whatever. Our commercials, they have picture in picture. I fucking hate picture in picture. I loathe it. I get it. You need to pay bills. I get it. I understand that. But damn, I just hate it. And I'm like, stop. All right, stop putting the screen that damn small on the match. So I have to squint at the TV. I got a big TV, but at the same time, I'd still squint like a motherfucker.
Dude, like, I don't know. But like tonight was the first time I watched it in picture in picture. Like I usually watch it, but I couldn't have it downloaded. I didn't have it on my platforms on Hulu or on the network, so I had to find other ways. And I was able to see the American version of it with the picture in picture, and that was the thing. I was like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, that happens with AEW all the time, but it happens like AEW's is like way smaller. And I'm like, you assholes. Like at least like you see me and Piers, equal it out. You can still see everything. Okay, if you want to see Domino's pizza on one side, fine. You can go have that. But I want to see the wrestling so I don't have to like look like fucking ants. What the hell?
Oh, dude. But look, I think even at the end of it, with the ref being in the wrong spots a couple of times, Raquel Gonzalez comes out, cuts a promo, very fiery babyface promo.
Yeah, it was a good one. And she doesn't talk much either.
Yeah, look, I think that's the thing, like to keep her able to sort of do that sort of promos and stuff like that. But I don't see Raquel Gonzalez jobbing out to fucking to Dakota Kai. I do enjoy Dakota Kai at some point to a certain degree, but there's also things I look at and just go, oh, really? But anyway, I think we should move on to the next topic. The index vignettes that were going on.
All right, those were cute. All right, I give it.
You fucking kidding? You just said they were cute.
I did. I mean, it's one of those things where they got a story, and I get it. They're trying to make something out of nothing. And the only thing that that was good too. That was good too. Dominoes, fucking. What are you thinking? Anyway, but the vignettes, I mean, they were all right. They were nothing to be like, okay. Like clearly, Candace and Johnny made it work, and I'm happy about that. Like, because Dexter, you ain't gonna get a fucking word out of Dexter. Jesus, you could try. I want him to talk, but no. An indie is indie. I mean, okay.
I think honestly that is one of the most enjoyable storylines that I'm seeing right now.
It is.
And I'm not even gonna I think it's so cringy that it's actually enjoyable. Like it really is. And like, yeah, look, it's being what it's supposed to be, right? Like that's exactly what it's supposed to be. And just look, I think Indy Hartwell plays that role really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the whole family thing, like I found that really strange at first. However, like let's the match that they had the week before, the love her or leave her match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Cug, like, what the fuck was the reason for the match?
I don't know. I was like, because I saw they had the match. I saw Johnny won, and then they're still doing this vignette, and I'm like, yo, my guys, like, did you not win the match, Dexter? Like, what's going on?
But that was the thing. So why would you have that match? Why, like, is that doing good business for the storyline in saying that you're going to have, okay, we're going to have, we're going to have this person and this person wrestle. And if he wins, she can't date him or whatever, whatever the fuck it is, right? In the story. And then they turn around and have that person win. So then it's like, no deal. And then they do the fucking blow off thing at the end. And now we're watching these people have a date. Like, you could have done something so much better with that whole storyline and angle. You could have drawn it out for another month, really sucked people into it even harder. But instead, what did they do?
They busted their nut early.
But not even that, man. They just wasted. It was a fucking stupid. It was the dumbest thing that they could have done. Is just go, okay, yeah, no worries. Like Johnny Gargano wins, but they're going to end up together next week anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Piers,
like, bro.
Piers, what are the 3 other initials along with NXT?
WWE.
Exactly. Logic does not exist there. They just say, shit. Let's make it happen anyways. Even though we had the match, let's make it happen. And the last time I saw a lover and leave her match was like 99 with Test and Shane McMahon at SummerSlam. That's the only other time.
That was weird back then. That was weird. That
no
was
shit,
weird.
It was weird back then.
Oh man, we got Juan Jeremy in the chat. What's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in, Corner Man. Dude, like I just look, it doesn't make sense, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying is, like, if you're going to have that match and then have that, you've just wasted a match that you could have put someone else on, that you would have been able to get someone else over or someone else involved. Like, give someone else a match. Like, if you're just going to have a match and then go against it, like, I'm like, really? Like, if you're going to go against it, have it drawn out for a month.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I think Dexter's a bit over anyways. A bit. Not a whole lot. But, I mean, he's there. Gargano, I mean, yeah, he helps, like, people in the ring. He's very good with that. Gargano's a damn good wrestler. But, like you said, give some more airtime to some motherfuckers. It's pretty simple.
Dude, I completely agree. Test is going. Yeah.
Well,
could have. But then, like, all right. So we go on to the next part, like, of the show, which was we see the Hit Row. Sorry, not the Hit Squad. Hit Row with Swerve Scott and his guys doing a vignette. This is kind of reminding me with, like, their feud with Elgato El Fantasmo. I can't even pronounce the name. But, like, do you find, like, this is kind of like going back to 1997 and we're seeing, like, you know what I mean? The Quebecers versus not the Quebecers, the fucking we're seeing fucking Chains and 8-Ball going up against the Nation of Domination and it's just like, stop having these gang fights, bro. Like, they're doing them like
Piers is pushing the racial part. No, I'm just kidding. He's
I'm not pushing the racial part at all.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I said,
No,
what the bikers called the like,
oh, DO. I thought the
DOA.
Or,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
it. DOA and and like
yeah.
remember they had the big feud in like the 90s.
Yeah, I mean it's very reminiscent of it. It is. And I'm with you. I can't really pronounce the other group that's involved. I want to call them the Three Amigos so bad. It's not bad. It's not even funny. But like, I don't know. I mean, I like Hit Row. I mean, they seem really cool. I mean, you could tell they're. But here's the thing: these two groups are heel groups.
Well, that's the thing. So Santos Escobar's group, right? So like that's a heel group, and they're sort of doing heel shit, going ripping people like people's teeth out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Legado del Fantasma is the name of the stable. So
there you go.
Legado El Fantasma versus the Hit Squad, bro. Like it's can have the thing to be completely involved of being a good storyline, but pulling out teeth and shit like that was just a bit gross. But
yeah,
I think Swerve Scott, bro, with his promo.
Swerve's a good promo, damn good wrestler too.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think he is, and I actually think you're seeing a different side of his character here than what you've seen as well before. So I can see him trying to do something different and be able to give a different look. And I think as well, where you look at the group and the people that they're put in with as well, like it's just a solid opportunity for those guys to really show what they can do. And I think as well, like those multi-man matches that they're going to lead to for this, like it's going to end up being crazy. And I think Escobar as well, like he's another phenomenal, well-seasoned, wrestler. But as long as it makes sense, man, I think that this feud, like it's a believable feud. It's a believable fight. I think as well, just trying to keep, putting on a good match and not being too overly spotty would probably be the best thing for it when these guys do sort of round off. But yeah, I thought it was a decent promo.
It was good.
Yeah. But then the Dragunov promo, dude, he seemed to stumble his words a little bit, and I'm not sure if that's a language barrier thing or if that was a nervous thing, but like
it might have been nervous.
Yeah, there was a couple of times where I was like, I don't believe this guy.
I mean, I don't know. He doesn't talk much, which get it. But I mean, he's on regular NXT, not NXT UK. So a lot more eyes are on NXT than UK. But to be honest, I mean, you know me, I'm a guy who does promos. Piers, you do promos too half the time when you want to.
Not really.
Not anymore, but whatever. Don't whatever. Anyway, totally different situation. But I actually believed him. Like he kind of had the fire, he had the passion behind it, but he did stumble a little bit, which I was like, okay, gonna have to knock back a couple style points on that.
There you go.
But
97.
Look, oh my God.
Yeah, look, I think is yeah, I get like I like, comes out, looks sharp, like I said, stumbled his promos, but got the message across. And as I said, I think whether it's a like communication issue or nervousness, whatever it may be, to me, it came off a little bit rehearsed, his promo. When Pete Dunne came out and did his promo as well, I like Dunne. I think Dunne is a very believable worker when he wrestles. Like he looks like he's going to fuck you up.
Just look at the guy. Just like
like I think he's a hell of a worker, but like I think as well, Dragunov, like his promo to me just seemed so like him, like almost like you could see in his eyes, like he's trying to remember the next word, the next line, and that's not a knock on him. Like I said, it's he's a phenomenal in the ring. I love his in the ring, but I think this is the reason why that these guys are in NXT and they're going to get up and elevated to that next level.
No, yeah, definitely. That's what I think. I mean, like you said, I love him in the ring. Needs a little work on the promo, but I mean, he had that fire, which I give it an A+. I give it that, but Is he really though?
I don't know. He's young. He's young. You got to put it like that. Like he's young. Is he going to be? Is he the next William Regal? I think he's probably going to have. And I don't want to say this in a disrespectful way. I think he's definitely going to be a world champion in the future. Where I don't think Regal was on that main level.
No, he wasn't.
He should have been. He should. Don't get me wrong. He should have been multiple time. But even then, some of the greatest of all time never got to hold a championship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in WWE, Jake the Snake Roberts. Some people just don't need that belt, and still, I think he would have been a good one to have it.
Here's a good question. Could you honestly see Pete Dunne being a GM for Raw? No.
Well, no, but he's also, when that was happening, Regal was in his late 30s and his 40s, and it could be believable.
I know.
But
I'm fucking around. Calm
don't
down.
fuck with me.
I will fuck with you.
Hey, Glenn, guess who hit me up the other day?
Oh my God. Who? Piers.
My biggest fan, you know.
Oh yeah?
Rosie.
Oh my God. Rosie Palm?
No, you're Rosie Mom.
Fucking asshole.
All right, so let's get into the next one. We had LA Knight come out, do a promo. To be honest, I enjoy LA Knight's promos, right?
Oh yeah, he's good.
But I go back to what Mark Henry said, and I don't agree 100% what Mark Henry said. But I do agree on a few things. He is, like, you can definitely see there's a lot of elements from The Rock that he draws, and that's fine because that's what pro wrestling is. Yeah. Guys will look for inspirations in certain things, and that's completely fine. Do I think he's a carbon copy of The Rock? No. Do I think there's similarities? Yes. Mm-hmm. I think he is his own person, but he also does use a lot of The Rock's sort of body movements and stuff like that. Like, that to me is a little bit over the top. But it's pro wrestling, and that's what pro wrestling is, over the top. We also don't know with, how he's being instructed to deliver promos as well, like how heavy he's being directed. But to me, I do see a lot of The Rock mannerisms in there, which I think, for him to be a standout, and I think he is a standout. I think he's probably one of the best talents in NXT. Oh, yeah. I just think he needs to have less Rockness about him and more LA Knightness about him.
Right. Like, that's one thing. Like, if you see a character, that's cool. If you want to kind of be that kind of character, that's awesome too. But you also need to make it your own. You can't just be like, I'm going to be like The Rock. Exactly like The Rock. Like, head to toe, gonna be like The Rock. I'll even get the Brahma Bull tattoo if I need to. No, don't do it. Just be you. Make that character yours. Like, put your own little spin on it. But I love LA though. He's good.
I think as well, like, that whole angle with him and Grimes, I think they could have eventually had them be like buddies, and I think that would have been hilarious. But again, like, I think as well, by putting him in a match, it's better to not do that with him because they're two complete opposites. It's been done before. You put two complete opposites together, but I want to see someone just go out there and completely just like fucking, like, have him destroy, like have these guys go out there, destroy each other. And obviously, like, for me, I want to see, like, the babyface get the big comeback, and that's what everyone wants to see. They want to see Grimes is going to get the belt and, stand tall with Ted DiBiase, and you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't see them how they're going to have DiBiase. How much of a fucking bogan? Hey mate, you getting DiBiase out of here, mate, or what? I think Ted DiBiase is not going to go and play the role of a fucking butler at 60 something years of age. Like, it's not going to happen.
No.
But so we kind of know, like, I don't know, it could be a swerve, but then again, like, WWE has been known to embarrass and try and humiliate legends, and what other reason to do that and do some sort of weird fucking wacky storyline about it, and then just say, hey, you know what, we're gonna bury you even more and start making personal jabs about the fucking, you know, trouble that, you know, the DiBiase boys have been in over the last, you know, couple of years, which would ideally probably, you know, be something that WWE would do there, whether it just be like those short little smarmy comments that have the commentators make or whatever it might be.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so LA Knight in a pretty much a squash match against Andre Chase.
Yeah, he was a part of the breakout tournament.
Yeah. I liked Andre Chase. He seemed to have a good look to him.
Yeah, he did. I mean, but as soon as I saw him, I was like, "Oh, I know what's going to happen," and like, it sucks because I know exactly what's going to happen. And I was like, "Damn, really? You got to do him like that?"
Well, the thing is as well, like, Glenn, you know, you look at it. So he comes out. You've got this guy. You've just had him on as the next breakout star platform,
right?
And then you job him out
Yeah.
to LA Knight. Like I get it. Someone needed to go out there and do the job. So why not have that happen? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Why? Like that makes sense, right? So,
yeah.
I think, you know, LA Knight, yeah, he should have won that match quickly going into it. But Ted comes out after the match, you know, lines up the match for Takeover with Grimes and Knight. Ted DiBiase, man, he still can cut a promo. He can still go out there and do his thing, bro. Like, I think
he needs to talk a little louder in the mic, though.
Yeah,
because I was like, what? I was like, great. They're fucking me with pitcher and pitcher. Ted's fucking me with my hearing. Like, what the hell's going on here?
But, dude, like, I feel like overall, like, it's nothing like. It wasn't anything too overbearing. I just think it, like I said, there's little things there that they needed to sort of perfect on there and to get it better, and that sort of shit happens and comes, you know, with it as well over time. So, you know, he hasn't been performing on a main stage in how long? You know, like like I can't imagine that stuff would go back. But I think that this match is going to be another, like, I think big sort of spotty match, to be honest. And look, this is the way that I see it's going to go down. Either Ted could fucking turn on Grimes and then, you know, but then again, why would you turn on it and make yourself the butler of LA Knight? But then again, it's WWE booking and they could fucking do that shit.
Or what they could do is turn against Grimes and he would just be like an advisor to LA at that point. Not be a butler, but be like, oh, you know, since, you know, I've been here, kid, let me tell you what to do. What you do is you hardly defend that belt, and then you make Money Inc. 2.0. You need to
no. But you know what? Like, Glenn, if they did that from the start and they partnered up and they didn't do that split, imagine how that would have been. Like, that could have been like, like an amazing duo.
Oh yeah, I honestly, for when I saw them come out, I was like, and saw like the interview before the match, I was like, I actually want to see these two be a tag team for real, like just to see how it would look.
Who, like
LA? LA and Grimes.
No, I'm talking about Grimes. LA Knight and DiBiase.
Oh, dude, I think LA would have been, pushed way more. I mean, Grimes wouldn't even be a thing still.
Well, I think, if you had like DiBiase as his manager, that's why I said, like, it'd be like a great combination of the two. And, you know, but even then, like, you know, like, we may even see Grimes, like, we could see Grimes turn full heel and fucking make Teddy's butler, and then they become fucking.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. That's another possibility for it. Yeah. And again, WWE's booking and story writing is clearly not on the best fucking level.
No,
most of the time, dude. And to be honest, like, going through and watching every single match on NXT and every single segment that I did, it was honestly one of the things that I was just like, dude, like, there was 4 matches on the card, like
five matches, yeah.
So, you know, but you know, for an hour and a half show, that was quite. I figured, not much wrestling in the shows. Like, the matches were pretty quick as well. So, Pardon me. But regardless, I thought the match was okay. So, well, the squash match and going into it, yeah, it's next. Moving on. What do you got, Glenn?
Let's see. I believe we have the match between Gigi Dolan versus Amari Miller.
Yep.
This was another squash. It was. I didn't really see Miller put out an ounce of fucking offense, really. But Gigi with that finisher, good Christ, that was something new.
That was an interesting finish.
I was like, okay, this is like kind of.
That's why I actually had that. I had that note saying interesting finish.
Because I was like, I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, and I'm like, all right, she's got her in an abdominal stretch. And then she just whips it back. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, good Lord. Okay, I can get behind that. It's like, I was like, why didn't you have this as the fucking opener? Because I was excited. I was like, damn.
You know what? Like, I think, like, their intro, like the almost like the Sweet Dreams Marilyn Manson sort of like thing. Like, I thought it was a pretty cool intro. I thought like she looks $1 million. She came out, did a promo.
Before that, she had a little vignette.
That's it. That's why I had the promo.
Yeah, she had a little vignette, had the roses. It was kind of cool.
Look, I think, dude, they're definitely. It's almost like we're seeing like a Page 2.0 with her. Almost like I get that same sort of vibe, but I think she's definitely going to be, because she was on the Indies for quite a while as well. And I think that she's going to do a lot of. I think she's going to be a big name there for a while. But
it looks like they were going to do something with Mandy Rose too, because Mandy Rose tweeted. Yeah, I think Mandy Rose tweeted something out during the night. I saw something on Instagram with a picture of Gigi saying was Mandy Rose watching Gigi, and I'm like, that was pretty fucking awesome. Like,
she should be watching Gigi. Do you say?
Yeah, I mean, come on. I'd be like, you should be watching her. Like, she just fucking kicked some girl's ass with a fucking unique finisher. Like, I'm supposed to be rating these matches. Damn it, I didn't even rate the match. I rated the fucking finisher to a 4. I was like, I get that. I love that finish.
Well, dude, I think like with Gigi Dolan, man, like she's young. She's in her early 20s. She's actually married to Darby Allin. So. Yeah, so she wrestled as Priscilla Kelly on the NXT on the Indies for a while. So that's where you might have seen her.
Yeah, that's what. Damn it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, dude. So she's definitely changed in that. But yeah, look, squash match definitely brought out, to let everybody know that she's there for the business and she's there to take over and do all her cool goth shit. Like I said, it's hard with a squash match to really sort of say how good it is, because it's like they're in there, they're getting that sort of that push for Gigi, job done in that aspect of it. Still, there was parts of that match which I think were a little bit sloppy. Like, I'm not going to lie and say that it was 100% a beautiful match to watch. Like, I did see a couple of little things in there which, to me, just look like little sharpening things and just adding to it. And look, everyone has an off night. But when you're performing at that level, you really want to be on the top of your game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So next we had another scene from Index. That was involving Candice LeRae. Look, man, that was an interesting little those little vignettes I found really interesting, man. Like, really cringeworthy, really fun. Enjoyed it for the most part, dude.
Kind of like a high school play kind of thing. Just like, hey, we got this going on. Like, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, after that, we saw the signing with deciding of what the matches are going to be for this triple threat, not three-way. This
it's
triple
a
threat.
it's a 2 out of 3 falls match, Piers. That's what
2 out of 3 falls.
this triple threat match. There's 3 matches, but
it's 20 past 11 at night, bro. I've been working
sorry.
all day. I've been
I
busting
know.
my ass, busting my hump.
Bust my ass because you bust your ass. Listen,
you work hard. You work hard. Like, let's not lie.
You open the show with a lot of energy.
I have this energy going all day long. But so, like, the thing with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, the back and forth is kind of like getting to a point where it's like, and to go back to saying what I said before, it's the same about Dakota Kai. I'm seeing the same kind of promo, like from both guys. Like, just because you say it really angrily doesn't make me fucking forget that you said the same shit 3 months ago to this. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that this has run its course. The only thing which I would like to probably see in this would be if WWE wanted to do like a bit of a high spot, if you will, Glenn, if they were going to do a bit of a high spot with it. And they say that they've got like they've released Bobby Fish, right? He comes in and costs Kyle the match.
That'd be kind of interesting. I mean, that'd be awesome.
You know what I'm saying? And then like he partners with Cole and he can sort of be like Cole's. Cole doesn't need a mouthpiece, but like his advisor or whatever, man. You'll find a word to call him. Yeah. But. Dude, it's the same promo as beforehand from it. It ran too long for me. That whole thing. Like I said, the pull apart at the end, again, we've seen it before. Like how many times are they going to regurgitate the same shit for us?
Right.
Like I said, okay, great. That we've now got the 3 stages of hell match. The normal match, the street fight, and the cage match. Like, okay, great. Like, haven't they already had like unsanctioned matches? Haven't they already had something like that? Like, now it's like just trying to find these guys and the level of like stuff and bumps that these guys now have to take to keep this storyline going. At what point is it like, just bro, like, no.
Right. Like, I mean, the first match they had was the unsanctioned match.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was a good match. I didn't really expect O'Reilly to win. I thought Cole was going to go over, but we'll do.
What
I don't know. That's another topic. I mean, in a whole other regard.
Apparently that's the reason why Canyon Seaman got released. Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to pop in his name, but Cannon Seaman. Seaman Cannon or whatever. Canyon Seaman, sorry.
Either one.
Either one, sorry. So basically he was like, he let Adam Cole's contract expire in July. And apparently that was the reason why he got released. Dude, you're WWE. You don't have a system or a fucking program that comes up with big fucking flashing lights when one of your talent is getting released, especially one of the talent that you highlight on NXT every single week. Like, I mean? Like, to me, that's an unprofessional move.
It is. Like, they totally dropped the ball with it. Like, I mean, hell,
let me ask you this. The NFL, right?
Right.
Would that ever happen in the NFL where
no. Piers, that's billionaires' money. They watch that shit day and night.
Is it any different?
Well, I mean, wrestling is wrestling, and then NFL is a sport. But
no. But it's still payment of your performer, right?
Yeah.
So your contract of your performer, what you have stake in, what you have invests in, is the performer itself. Not knowing when that contract expires and what the fuck.
I mean, especially with Cole, because that should be high priority. Like, you had him. Let's see here. You had him on Survivor Series with Pete Dunne.
Yep.
You had him on SmackDown. Beat Daniel Bryan clean.
Yep.
Like, that's your namesake right there is Cole. Like, that's the guy of the forefront for NXT. And you're going to sit there and be like, Oh shit. Oh yeah, his contract's supposed to expire.
Dude,
Uh-oh.
look, it's just unprofessional in the
It
way that
is.
you do business, and you don't do business that way. So
Nope.
it's simple as that. And it sounds like the Seaman Cannon got Canyon Seaman, sorry, got Canyon, was it Canyon Seaman? Sorry, I'm not even making fun of his name, bro. Like
I know.
I'm not being that guy.
I
Dude, Nathan
know.
Pierce. I wouldn't be making fun of someone, but yeah, Canyon Seaman, got released because of that, from what I've been told. So, the next that I saw was the Ciampa and Tommaso Ciampa and the Thomas Thatcher promo. Dude, to me, honestly, I think Ciampa's probably the best in NXT. Like, honestly, promo wise, wise, storytelling wise, a lot of silly, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's some silly stuff that he has done, like as far as bump wise and stuff like that go.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the promo. It's believable. Both these guys are believable characters. And you can definitely see buy into them being like these badass motherfuckers just ready to tear people's heads off. And I thought it was a great promo, especially the throwing of the chair at the end.
Yeah. I kind of laughed at that. I was like, what the hell? Then Timothy's just smiling, and I'm like, God, get some Invisalign, motherfucker. What the hell's wrong?
Yeah.
But he's a bad. Would I say that to his face? Fuck no. No,
Yeah.
hell no. I would not say that to his face. I'm not stupid.
Dude, so the match 3 on the card was the Breakout Star semi-final match. Hold on a sec. Eli says Thatcher and Ciampa remind me of when Benoit and Kurt Angle were a team back in 2002.
Yeah.
Very similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that too, man. It's the same sort of feeling that you get. The Breakout Star. So Odyssey Jones versus Trey Baxter in the semi-final for the Breakout Star. Odyssey Jones, his ring is purple and black striped singlet.
Yeah, I mean, I think last week was like a black and green, like green, yellow, and red stripe. It was like down the side.
Yeah.
When I first saw him like that, I was like, shit, he looks like Mark Henry 2.0, Nation of Domination.
I thought so too. Like he looks like he's a very big, strong guy.
Oh, yeah. Pretty quick too. He looks pretty quick. A little quick. Don't be like, no, he's not. No, he's not.
No. I wasn't going to say that at all. I thought the match was very quick, and I think I think the match could have gone longer. I think that really, like, Trey Baxter can go, and I think, like, you're trying to build this tournament of like the next breakout star, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get, okay, like, people are going to turn back and they're going to watch this and they're going to say, well, Odyssey Jones, they're just trying to push him to be a top big baby face. What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that.
No, nothing.
Nothing's wrong with that. But Trey Baxter can go. Where does Trey Baxter go from there?
Yeah.
So this is the Breakout Star semi-final. Why wouldn't you have these two guys have a back and forth match? And you know what? I get it. Like, some people will go, okay, well, reality versus, a guy that big versus a guy that big. Okay, cool. We've seen Rey Mysterio wrestle the Great Khali and the Big Show and shit like that. We know it can go more than 5 minutes. Like, yes, okay, agree that you want, Trey Baxter to do the favors for Orlando. That definitely could go happen. But, like, at least build Trey, like, in him losing and being defeated, he can still be someone that can be respected. They go, wow, man, like, he took a beating and just kept on coming back. Like, you had to really put a beat down on him. And I just feel like they didn't really give much to Trey Baxter in that match. And I think they should have given him a few extra minutes, let Trey get a bit more stuff in and really play that underdog role. And that's where I think that they, like, make that tournament, like, guys want to nearly kill it themselves to get that opportunity.
I mean, Trey got a couple good hits in. He kicked Odyssey right in the face and made him bleed. I was like, oh, shit. Like, that got real for a second.
Yeah, he did. But like I said, man, the match was just too quick.
It was.
At what point do we turn around and go, okay, no worries, yeah, he squashed, like he basically got, I don't want to say jobbed out, but he got squashed.
Yeah.
And it's like, where do they go from there, Glenn, with Trey now?
I mean, Trey's quick. I could see him going for the cruiserweight title, doing something there. I mean, if anything, it seems like they're building stuff towards the cruiserweight. Like we're seeing a little bit more of a smaller guy come in, which there's nothing wrong with that. I love cruiserweights.
I think the cruiserweight title is now sort of held in a bit more higher regard than what it was back in like the mid 2000s. Like you look at it, like at the moment they've had, like, you know, when they had Escobar was like fresh off being the NXT champion, then sort of started a little feud here with Bronson Reed. And then you're sort of seeing like even Kushida and, you know, Roderick Strong, which I think as well, like, yeah, put that title on Roddy Strong, because like he would be like legit champion that can go, excuse me, I need to take a quick pause for the cause and take a quick swig of the water.
So Roderick Strong would actually make a damn good cruiserweight champion, I think.
But like, I think, you know what? Why not? Why not put him in that spot? Because it's like Roddy Strong, you know, can go in the ring. You know, I think character work, especially now that he's in the Diamond Mine, it probably interests me a little bit more. Whereas if it was just like went back to being babyface Roddy like he was before, like Undisputed Era, like I kind of felt like they made him a little bit generic with that.
Yeah.
And then even in with the heel, it's sort of still like it took, you know, like there was times where now it's like this looks interesting for him, and I think that's where it really falls for me. But yeah, Odyssey Jones and Trey Baxter, I don't know, man. I think that match could have gone on a bit long. We did see a promo from what was his name?
Odyssey?
Boa.
Oh, Boa.
Yeah,
was
Boa.
it? Was it?
Yeah, it was a vignette. Was it before?
It's like a vignette of the
it was
lady.
in Chinese. It was very cool.
Oh, yeah. At first, when I was writing stuff down for the show, I forgot his name. I didn't know his name. Everybody's like Boa. I'm like, you saying Boa? Boa's his name? I'm like,
Boa.
oh, I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Fuck Boa. All right.
Yeah, I mean, Boa versus Drake Young.
Drake Maverick.
Drake Younger. Sorry, Drake Maverick. I actually wrote Drake Younger as well. I'm like, far out. What the fuck?
It's all good, bro.
So Drake Maverick. Look, man, you know, Drake Maverick, they released and then like they brought him back, or they didn't really release him, and it looked like they were going to do something with him in the cruiserweight thing, and then it didn't, and now they partnered him up with Killian Dane,
which is now released.
And it's like, dude, like this guy is an entertaining guy.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't necessarily have to be in the ring. I just think like being like this match was, I wouldn't say it was a squash match. Like there was certain good bits in it. I don't think Maverick really got squashed, and it wasn't a clean finish as well with the mist from Mei Ying.
Which I popped for. I love Poison Mist. I don't know why. It's probably because I watched too many Great Muta matches. But I popped for the mist. I was like, fuck yeah. And it was a mist that you couldn't see on the face, which I was like, okay, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, all right, so yeah, I mean, like it wasn't a burial for Drake Maverick.
No, he got some shots in.
He got some shots in. I thought it was good. Boa looks like just a big, strong athlete, and I think looks good. I think that if he can get like the promo side of things, and also there was a little bit of stuff in there that you could see, like where I saw a couple of missteps. But again, this is where they go to learn that shit. This is the developmental for him. But I like the look of Boa. I like the look of the Mei Ying. It's a cool ass gimmick. It's something new. It's something cool. And I love the Chinese aspect of it.
Holy crap! It kind of has. It's like an Oriental Wyatt family almost. Almost. Not not completely. It's just different. I know I'm gonna get fucking berated by this, but still, listen. Just like you got Boa, you got Ming, and then you got the other girl that me and Piers were talking about last night.
Yeah.
Ling, yeah. And it's just like, and then it's like it's all centered towards this mysterious person that sits in a chair, stands outside the ring. Like it's kind of got flakes of Wyatt. It's just missing a lantern, missing a rocking chair, missing big hairy men. But I like it.
Yeah, look, fair enough, man. Each to their own. Next,
We're just like, shut the fuck up, Glenn.
we saw the last index update of the episode with the cake and the stuff like that and getting planted with it, bro. That was fucking like.
That wasn't even funny.
Like, dude, what are they doing with like it wasn't. It was just so planned, and you could see like obviously it was planned, but it was like so just. I don't know. It just didn't feel real.
Like okay, like the segment.
But mind you, the whole thing is it's all goofy. Like it's like romantic, cheesy, like comedy shit, which is good because I think that, as I said, I wanted to say this. Indy Hartwell is doing a great job with it because it's funny as fuck. I find it funny. I think Dexter Lumis, like, and his seriousness stuff like that, like it's showing a different side of him. But like, I just want to see where it goes long term. For that story,
like you could definitely tell with each segment, the cringe kind of get bigger, and then once the cake hit Dexter in the face, I'm like, I knew that was going to happen. Like I shouldn't have, like, tried to be surprised at that. Like, damn.
Look, it is what it is.
But I mean, it is a good segment. I do love comedy and wrestling, and especially to see what Dexter is going to do. If Dexter will actually cave and say something, that'd be kind of cool. I'd be like, all right, cool. We got to talk out of him.
That'd be interesting to see, man. But let's get on to the last match of the night, which was Dragunov versus Pete Dunne, which we saw get started off at the start of the NXT. Physical, there was a thing there. There was a back and forth with punches and forearms, and you could see him
like nothing was pulled. It looked like it was in your face, like
whatever. But like to me, like dude, they weren't even fucking selling it though.
I know, like they were being like a tough guy. Like fuck this, I ain't selling shit.
But that's the thing, bro. It doesn't matter how fucking tough you are. Someone elbows you in the fucking face. You're gonna, like, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking get rattled. You ain't gonna just be like, oh, whatever. I just landed on me. It's all good.
But again, like, these are two guys that can go in the ring. That's my only gripe from looking at it. Going, well, hang on a second. Like, let's be a little bit honest here. Like sell it a little bit more. Make the shots mean something in my eyes. But
I think Dragunov sold a little bit more than Peter. Peter, like I'm being formal. Peter Dune. Peter.
All right, but look, we saw Walter come out, cause the distraction. At the end, heels over strong. Pete Dunne gets the win. 1, 2, 3. Then Walter and Dragunov have a bit of a back and forth. Walter gets tossed out of the ring. Babyface standing tall, doing with the belt and all that sort of shit. I don't know, man. I think they shouldn't have knocked Walter off. I don't know. I think they should have kept Walter standing strong at the end of it.
I would have preferred it if he stood tall. Because I mean, come on, it's Walter. He's got an 800-day reign as UK champion now.
But all right, let me put it to you like this, Glenn, as well, right? So you've got Walter, who just walked out. This guy Dragunov just had a match against Pete Dunne, and then he was physically able to get it over Walter.
Yeah,
you've just lost the match. You've just been beaten, and then you get up and you do that within seconds. There's got to be, you know what I mean? Again, there's got to be, like, I think there should have been a little bit more of a timing thing there. Just, to be sorted out. Like maybe even have him stay down and maybe even really sell that shit with Pete Dunne. Have Walter stand there going, hey, is Dragunov going to be able to, the Russian is out. Like, is he going to be able to stand tall? Find out, on bowl. To me, that would have, and have Walter stand there with the belt held up high, staring down quiet like fucking the Emperor sort of shit. That would be the perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
For me. Like, why wouldn't you end the show like that?
That's how I would have done it. Like, make him look strong.
Heels over strong.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even make Dragunov look weak, really, because like you had him go up against Pete Dunne, and he causes the thing, or have Walter not even get in the ring, and then they have that stare off, that back and forth and stuff like that, and build before they have that physical altercation. You know what I mean? Like build the hype for it with don't even have them touch. But again, WWE booking and writing, dude, we don't write this.
I know. I mean, seeing some of the vignettes and videos of them hyping this match have me sold. I mean, hell, I was sold on the first match. That match was absolutely brutal, and I was like, good Lord, that is amazing. But, I mean, hell, you get to hear Walter talk. When was the last time you heard Walter talk?
Oh, Walter.
Fucking never. You never hear Walter talk.
But look, Glenn, that was NXT for the week. What are your plans for the rest of the day, big man?
Not much. Work on clips. That's pretty much it. Work on clips and do some stuff around the house.
That's it. The world of podcasters, bro. That's the way we do it. But man, I'm gonna get off here. Probably go have something to eat for dinner, and at 1:45, even though I should probably just skip it and go to. Actually, no, I've already eaten dinner. Now I can just go to bed. I forget that I've even eaten some days. I'll sit there and go, did I eat? Oh, fuck, I didn't have dinner. I should eat. Nah, fuck. I'm in bed.
Make a perfect prostitute forget if he had something in his mouth or not.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, Glenn, look, make sure, guys, thanks for tuning in live. Guys, you can also find this live on Thursdays in Australia. It'll be up on Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcast, all your podcast platforms, like all of our shows that you'll be able to find there, guys. Make sure you head over to therealmnetwork.com, get an exclusive first look at Killing the Business with ECW Original, the Kingpin, Angel Medina, Glenn Sexton, and King Mega. Also, check out Get Funked over on the Realm Network, hosted by Alan Kwee Funk. Check out Shooting the Shit Uncensored over on the Realm Network, hosted by me. And also check out Knights of the Gimmick Table over on the Realm Network, hosted by the Dead Presidents, Boogaloo and Lowrider. Guys, you're going to love those shows. Keep an eye out. We're going to have this show for you live every single Wednesday. We've also got a sports show coming up that's going to be hosted by King Mega, Louie, Boogaloo, and Lowrider. And we've also got the Funk and Kingpin show, which is going to be hosted by the Kingpin and Alan Funk. So make sure you guys check those shows out. You won't be disappointed. But Glenn, always a pleasure.
I didn't do it.
Glenn, always a pleasure, man. And
that was been awesome.
We'll see you soon, bro.
I'll see you soon, bro.
Bye.